This is a rare sight in Australia. Wool being processed or washed to remove dirt, grass seeds and grease.
Mid-late 90s, I think there were 26 wool processing factories in Australia. There are now 3.
High labour and energy costs and the pressure to obtain environmental approvals forced businesses like this offshore. David Michell's 150-year-old company now buys, processes, bales and exports wool and has a factory in China.
We think that it's a viable business. We have family legacy to respect.
After it leaves the wool shed, the majority of Australian wool ends up in China, where it's cleaned, knitted, sewn and made into clothing and other products. But since this pandemic, a lot of people have been wondering whether more of that process can happen here at home.
Things have changed in the last couple of decades. It's timely to have a look at.
Clothing manufacturers Kerry Richards and Malcolm Payne are already trying to become more self-sufficient. They make thermals, activewear and woolen underpants.
Mal, you wear yours every day?
Yeah, sure do.
Yep.
They source raw wool locally, then send it to Asia and Europe to be cleaned and spun into yarn. It's then brought back to Australia and sewn into clothing.
It's not only the time it takes, we'd just like a little bit more control over our quality.
But they've won government grants which they'll spend on machinery to process wool themselves.
We're looking at micro-processing on a small scale.
Building infrastructure like this would cost a hefty $25 million, which is why David Michell doesn't envisage a big resurgence. But he does plan to increase his production after the pandemic because automation has made it cheaper to clean wool here than at his factory in China.
In China, it's very much people first and machinery second.
Hard work and innovation keeping a family legacy alive. Lucy Barbour, ABC News.